All right, let's talk about something. Carnivore diet, keto diet, vegetarian diet, whatever your diet is. As I follow people online, particularly on Twitter, and I get feedback from people mostly off of TikTok, there is a common thread, particularly with the folks that are bigger. On Twitter, you can find people that are 350, 400, 450 pounds, and they're on the carnivore diet primarily. That's what I follow, carnivore and keto, and they're having some success. But the number of excuses that get made for these people and the reasons why they ate something they shouldn't have or they did something that they shouldn't have, it's almost like a spoiled child thinks that they deserve something that they never earned. It's like the kid who is the son of a rich person who never did anything at all, but thinks that because of this life that they had given to them by their father, that they somehow don't have to play by the same rules, or they're somehow special. Or the flip side is when you've been taken care of your whole life and you've never had to actually go out there and do anything, what seems unreasonable to you is probably reasonable for most everybody else. This is the behavior that I'm seeing with the people who really need to buckle down. Is it unreasonable for me to think that people can just be cold turkey disciplined like I did? Yes, because I did it. And no one's sicker than me out there a year and a half ago. If you follow this channel at all, you'll know how sick I was. And I got sick and tired of dying. And I set out to change it regardless of what it did. Because as I always say, I want to be here when my children graduate, when my grandkids graduate. And I have to try to do everything I can to affect that, to make that happen. And I was on my way out the door. I wasn't standing in the door. It was game over for me, and I could feel it. And so not one time did I ever say, the myriad of excuses I'm seeing. One dude says, I couldn't go to the gym this morning, or I had to eat something I wasn't supposed to this morning because he had to go to church and he didn't want to be hungry at church. Dude is 400 pounds talking about, I didn't want to be hungry at church. So I asked the question online, of which I don't get an answer, is if you're 400 pounds, how are you hungry? You're not hungry. Your brain's messing with you, right? Your body's telling you something that's not true. It wants that quick energy. You're not hungry. When I thought that way, I always looked down and had that giant gut. No way was I hungry. I had all the food I could eat. So opportunities are everywhere. You got to go get them, but you got to go find them, and you got to run them down. You got to beat them into the ground. Let's get healthy, people.